Hey guys, what's up? Diana from Memories That Stick. Welcome back to my channel. This week we have a really special plan with me. This is the week of Christmas and it is also the third year in a row I am using the Crafty Bananas Griswold Family Christmas Collection. This movie is a staple in my family's holiday traditions and it is also consequently a staple in my planner. So before we get into the laying down of the base for 2021, let's quickly look back to 2019 and 2020 and see what we're going to do differently this year, if anything. So to start, let's pull up 2019. Before we get into the actual spread, I just wanted to talk about this year. This year, I had just gotten out of a relationship. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit. I was also working in the city. So this was before COVID, which is, we didn't even know COVID was a thing yet, which is just to go back to this time, right? I was in the city working. I remember Christmas Eve in the city, there was no one there except me and my coworker, who is actually one of my good friends. So we treated ourselves to Shake Shack, which was across the street from my office in Midtown. So we did that. And then we went to La Familia, and then sure enough, there's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation on Christmas Eve. We watched that with my family. Christmas Day, there was a lot of movies going on. We watched A Christmas Story, The Grinch, and Home Alone. Consequently, I was also sick that Christmas, which is ironic because I'm currently sick right now. So 'tis a season of Diana getting sick, I guess. All right, to move into the spread, I am using the same kit, the full scene kit this year. I've used this particular full scene kit every year just because I love this scene so much. Things that I use to note, this was when we were using flags in our EC planners. I also did not use date covers this year, and then I only used the light bulb deco, which changed. I switched it up in 2020. You could see I used all of the deco. I did not use date covers in 2020, and I also used both of the full boxes in the sidebar. You get 2 extra full boxes with this kit along with the scene, and I used both of them in 2020, whereas I only used one in 2019. I think this year I'm going to use both full boxes because I love the quotes. Is your house on fire, Clark? And nobody's walking out on this fun old-fashioned family Christmas. Let's see what else. Oh, this in 2019, Gus had a vet visit. This was he had eye surgery in January of 2020. So that just made me think of that. Completely unrelated, moving on. So in 2020, I was living in my apartment. So I had just moved in July. So this was the first year I decorated my house for Christmas. I had a leopard print Christmas tree, which was really exciting. If I could figure out how to insert a picture on screen, I will, but moving on. The Bachelorette, 2020 was the year that my best friend got me into The Bachelorette. I did not watch it prior, but it's funny to look back because this year coming up, the finale is also on the Tuesday before Christmas. So that's exciting. This year on Christmas, me and my best friend Matt got Papa John's pizza delivery on Christmas night, like late Christmas night, probably around midnight. And then we went to an igloo on like an igloo bar type thing with my 2 best friends on that Saturday. So that's cool. So moving on to the spread, something to note that was also different. I didn't fill out my sidebar, which is I'm kind of notorious for. But this week, this year as opposed to the prior year, so 2020, it's so hard to remember 2019, 2020, 2021. Anyway, I used headers. So what I think I'm going to do differently this year is, let me move this out of, and the only other thing I wanted to note, sorry guys, this is a little all over the place, but that's who I am as a person, is my handwriting. So I went with this like slanted handwriting at the end of 2019 at the end of 2020 to 2021, I used this like slanted style. And then I am now back to, and I used like this more straight up and down style. So my handwriting changes, which I think is funny to look back on in my planners. But so for 2021, which is this year. I decided I'm going to use the date covers, but I'm actually going to move them down. So instead of putting a header, I'm just going to put the date cover on the first line here rather than putting them up here like I normally do, just because I want to use all of the deco, not just the light bulbs, and I want to give myself more room to do so. So I'm going to be doing that. And because I can't talk and plan, I cannot multitask to save my life, I am going to switch to a voiceover and put my base down, and then I'll come back. No, that's a lie. I'm still going to do a voiceover for the weekly the weekly plan. So anyway, if you guys want to watch, that was a really long-winded intro, but if you want to watch me plan for the 3rd year with the Griswold Family Christmas Collection from the Crafty Banana, please keep watching. Guys, I kid you not, it has been 3 weeks, if not 4 or 5 weeks, since I laid down the base for this kit. But anyway, welcome back. I'm so happy to have a plan with me up. I am so happy to be just trying to catch up and get stuff done. So as I laid down this base, I just wanted to point out this horrible thing that I did on, if you look at Saturday, if you look at the piece of deco next to Saturday, it is the brother if you've seen the movie, it's the brother emptying out his trailer bathroom into the sewage on a Christmas. I couldn't. Why did I not see that? I am the worst. I don't know why I did that. I wasn't even paying attention. But anyway, wanted to catch you guys up super quick. I've been gone for a while. Life, but I am fully prepared to have a crazy new year as far as filming and uploading goes. I really want to be consistent with YouTube this year. I feel like everyone says that. I feel like I've said that a million times before, but I just miss the YouTube community. I miss chit-chatting with everyone on my videos, and I miss hearing about everyone's day and you guys hearing about my life, and maybe I could provide you with some entertainment, because let's face it, I am an entertaining person. Not in a good way. No, I'm just kidding. But I just really want to hang out with you guys more. So I will be getting more spreads up and, plan with me's out and much more content on YouTube. I have a bunch of stuff planned for January and February. And I have my own little planner set up, a planner space, I guess now, in my bedroom. I have a nook, and I made it this whole thing. It's a long story, but I moved my dresser and yada yada and created this little YouTube space. So once that is all up and running, I will definitely film a video showing you guys what it looks like. So right now I'm just flipping through my holiday little book to see if I had anything to mark that I was up early. I was off of work this week, and it was incredible, but I woke up super early a lot of the days because I think I didn't want to miss any time. I didn't want to miss any vacation time. So it was Christmas morning every morning this week. So I marked that I was up early with a Craftea By Thaowie PJ set. Then I used an appointment label to mark that I finished a Hobonichi cousin spread, and then I used an icon by White Deer Stationery. Then I marked with a quarter box that I cleaned up my patio. The landscapers that come and take care of my apartment complex, they love their blowers, their leaf blowers, and that's all they use, and they come through like tornadoes, and they blew down a couple of my planter pots that were sitting on stands, and it was just a mess out there. Anyway, I cleaned it up. Long way to say that I cleaned it up, and I used an icon from Craftea By Thaowie to mark that. Then I had to do some shopping with my friend Matt, and I used the stocking that came with Taylor from Tattoo Teacher Plans, her freebie with Craftea By Thaowie with the Crafty Banana, and I just thought that sock was just so cute. So I'm really happy that I got to pull that in. Then that night I went to the mall with my dad because he needed help with his Christmas shopping, and like a man, he waited, 5 days before to start. And just a disclaimer, If you look at my thumb, I have like residual of a Band-Aid. That's because 5 minutes into 2022, I cut myself on something. So yeah, I'm actually filming this in 2022. That's how long it's been. Anyway, I end up changing, well, no, let me revert back. Top of Tuesday, I went through my kit stats on Instagram. So, like my most used shopped, my most used foil color. I will have more stats when I do my planner flip through, and that video should be coming by the end of January. Just depends on when I get all my December spreads finished while keeping up with my January spreads. So like I said, a lot of content coming. So the next thing I mark is that I did some questions for work. I answered some questions at work, and I just used an icon from the kit. The next thing I use is a little thing to mark that I picked up CVS. I ordered pictures for my friends for Christmas. I like to get pictures throughout the year because I don't take a lot of pictures. I maybe take like 1 or 2 pictures throughout the year. So the pictures that I do take, it's like, oh, Diana took a picture. So I always try to print it out, whatever I'm in, and give it to them in a frame. Does that sound conceited? It's not meant to be conceited. It's like, oh, this is a cute memory. Like, here, have it. Okay, anyway. So I picked up CVS. Really, I was picking up the photos from CVS. Then I washed my hair, used an icon from By Thaowie. Then I marked finishing wrapping. I hate how I wrote that. I will eventually white it out, but I used a little, it's not an icon, a sticker from Pumpkin Paper Co. to mark that. I actually pulled in a lot of Pumpkin Paper Co. stickers, so I was pretty excited about that. Up next, I marked with a half box the Bachelorette finale. If you watched it, please DM me. Let's discuss before Clayton season starts tomorrow. It was just wild. Like, me and Nikki were sitting there like, she picked the wrong one. Until we watched the After the Rose and we were like, oh, okay, maybe she didn't pick the wrong one. Like, okay, fine. Anyway, so this is like our holiday tradition, I guess, because the Bachelorette finale was on this week last year also. So we usually have like a big night. We make some drinks, we make some appetizers, we exchange gifts, and then we watch the finale. On top of Wednesday, I marked that I figured out how to add a blur in a movie, or in iMovie rather, because I was filming my Black Friday haul and realized that my full last name was on one of the pieces of mail that I got. So I wanted to blur it out because I'm sure you guys have seen my last name before, but if you haven't, like, I don't know if I really want that on the internet. So not for you guys, for everyone else's sake, if you know what I mean. So I marked that with an icon from Craftea Planner. Then I just used a little thing to mark that I took planner pics. Up next, I have an appointment label and a girl from Pumpkin Paper Co. to mark that I had our HIM holiday meeting. So HIM, by the way, stands for Health Information Management. I do not work for a man. I actually work for a lot of women, which is nice. But I used, yeah, that's how I marked that. Then I marked that I had to pick up my prescription. I just used a little thing and then a Piper Paper Co. sticker. Up next, I made my now boyfriend, if you saw my Instagram story, I made him a shirt using my cry cut for Christmas. It actually came out, I was really happy with the way it came out. Like, I don't know how, like, if a guy will wear a shirt that his girlfriend made him, but it's not like it has my face on it or anything. It was just a saying with like a cool design, like cool font. Anyway, so I made that in cry cut. It was my first shirt, and I gotta say it went pretty well. So aces to me. And after that, I just marked I used a sticker from YG Stationery to mark that I made the shirt, and then I used an icon from the kit to mark that I finished up the Black Friday haul, which has yet to be posted, again, coming in January. Thursday, on top of Thursday, gets a little weird up there. I, reorganized this column so many times because this was such a busy day and I had so much to fit, so that'll change. But the next thing that I mark is with a sticker from Fox and Pip saying, oops, I did it again. And this was just, I did some shopping. There were no sales. I just, more news. I am on a no buy for all of 2022. So I am buying nothing but the essentials, or replacements. So if I run out of a sticker sheet, I can buy a replacement of that sticker sheet, but I cannot buy anything new except monthlies. So I will have a whole video of this going over everything in January in case you guys want to join along. It's never too late to start, FYI. But I'll give you all the details of why I'm doing everything, so on and so forth. So this week and next week is like my last hurrah for sticker shopping. So I kind of snuck a few last purchases in there. Then I put down a checklist to mark a bunch of errands that I ran. I went to Target, Staples, Stop and Shop, and I went to get gas. You can definitely hear Gus snoring in the background. The song of my people. At the bottom there, I used a half box to mark that me and the BF went to go look at Christmas lights. It was so fun. We just drove around, hot cocoa with a little spice, and we just looked at lights. And there was one house that did the whole, it synced up to like Christmas songs. So when we pulled up, it was starting the Frozen song, you know, like Let It Go. And I have to tell you, it was perfect. Like I don't even know what the proper words are, but like every crescendo, like all the lights in the house went on, and then every descendo, like I think I just made up that word, but every like, you know, decrease in the sound, it was all so perfect. So that was a really, really fun night. On top of Friday, we actually woke up to snow. Not a ton of snow. It was melted by like 11 a.m., but there was snow, and it was really awesome because this was Christmas Eve. Then I marked that I chatted with Elle. I end up changing that phone out, and I end up replacing it with a Crafts by Thaowie icon. By the way, to mark first snowfall, I cut down a flag from the kit, and I used a Muse Crafts, no, either Muse Crafts or Bloom Paper Studio icons. It was awesome. It was like a sheet with all winter icons on it. Anyway, that's what I used to mark the first snowfall. Then I chatted with my girl Elle, and that was really nice. I marked in a planner. We were just catching up. We haven't chit-chatted in a while. Then I used a quarter box to mark that I finished all of my November spreads on this day. I think I did 2 full spreads on this day. I used an icon from a holiday sheet from Papershire to mark that. And then from the same shop, I used a Italian, I think, flat lay. Oh, I'll get there. I forgot I put a half box down first, but my family is Italian. We used to do the 7 fishes on Christmas Eve, and it used to be a massive thing, and like you would just eat 12 courses, and then everyone would go to midnight mass and try not to fall asleep. But it's calmed down a little bit since my pop passed last year, but we still do as much fish as possible, and we always go to midnight or 10 o'clock mass because a lot of churches don't have midnight mass around here anymore. So we still got it done in our own way. And then I used a half circle from Letters to Apollo and an icon from a script from Paper Muse Crafts to mark Christmas Eve. On Christmas Day itself, I used a piece of deco from the kit, again, scripts from Paper Muse Crafts to mark Merry Christmas. Then my family has a tradition that I've since carried to myself because I live alone, but on Christmas morning, Thanksgiving morning, I always make cinnamon buns. You know, the regular old Pillsbury original cinnamon buns, and they were phenom. Then I went to dinner at my parents' house. We opened gifts with my grandmas. It was super nice. And then after that, my boyfriend came over and we did Christmas together, and he gave me the most amazingly thoughtful gift I have ever received in my entire life. I cried. That's how amazing it was. I would tell you what it is, but it's a little personal, so I think I'm just going to let you guys think on that. The next morning, we slept in, and then I took him to meet my family, so that was really exciting. Big steps around the holidays. But it went really smoothly. Everyone loved him. It was just perfect, as usual. But we had more Italian food. We got gyros and pizza, and we sat outside because we thought my cousin might have been exposed to COVID. So we sat outside. My parents have a fire pit in the backyard, and we just hung out with my cousin and his girlfriend, whose name is also Diana. But we look exactly opposite. She is a beautiful dark-skinned Haitian girl. She is gorgeous. She's one of the nicest girls I've ever met. But we are like, uh-oh, Oreo, because I am so blonde and so white. But her name is Diana too. I absolutely love her, so we got to hang out. Then I just marked that my social meter was at 0, and then I marked that I was looking for storage for the rest of the night for my planner area. So this is how the final spread turned out. I am so happy with how it looks, and I'm so happy to have another year of this kit in my planner. Look at that heart. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!